It's a big night and weekend for local anglers as 10 fishermen are inducted into the first year of the Ohio Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. The dinner honoring them is tonight at the United Way in Boardman, and their pictures will then be on display at the Fisherman's Central, which is near the Portage Lakes. Jack Wolitz, the founder of the Hall of Fame, joins me right here, right now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I hope it's a good weekend for fishing, with the weather and everything.
Well, we're going to try our hardest for sure.
Yeah, it's always exciting to watch. So why did you decide to create the Hall of Fame? What came about that made you think, okay, we need to do this?
Well, over in Canton, we have the NFL's Pro Football Hall of Fame,
right.
And it's a great honor to be inducted. And I started thinking about looking back over the last 40 years of my experience in bass fishing here in Ohio. There's many people, many fellows who have been really important in the history and development of the sport here. So I said, let's make sure we get them honored.
Okay, so for the Ohio Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, you have 10 inductees this year. How did you select them?
Well, we have a committee of 7 people, myself included, and they're professionals from all over the state of Ohio. Some of them are in the media, some of them are competitors in the bass fishing industry, some of them are innovators in the industry. So we got nominations from the public, and then the committee itself voted on the 10 inductees for our inaugural class. This is our first class of inductees.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of them specifically. This is George Pulaski of Alliance. Tell us about some of the attributes that earned him a place in the Hall of Fame.
Well, George goes way back to the 1970s in terms of competitive bass fishing, and he was the subject of many magazine features over the years because of his expertise. He was a big-time winner, and he's really one of the grandfathers of the sport, the competitive aspect of bass fishing here in Ohio.
And then here is Joe Thomas of Cincinnati. He actually produces his own TV shows.
Actually, 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on the Outdoor Network. He has some very popular television shows that bass fishermen just love. And he also was a big-time competitor, fished the Bassmaster Tour, Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a winner of the Redman All-American in Buffalo, New York. And so he's really one of the top bass fishermen in the whole state of Ohio.
What would be your top tip if you're someone working on your fishing game and you just want to maybe make this list? Or get started?
Well, first of all, you got to put in your work. You have to spend your time. I tell people if they want to get involved in competitive fishing to start at the club level and invest in learning, keeping an open mind, and practice. I mean, it takes a lot of perseverance and a lot of inspiration and a lot of motivation in order to really make it.
And you brought a plaque here today. Show us this as an example.
Right. These will be awarded tonight to the individuals who are being inducted in the Hall of Fame. A duplicate of this plaque will be going up in Fisherman's Central, the retail store over in near Portage Lakes.
Right.
And the governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, has issued proclamations to all 10 of our inductees.
That makes it official. So, okay, finally, after tonight's awards, it's back out on the lake for these anglers. They want to get their fishing started. The weather's going to finally cooperate, according to Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. But please tell us about tomorrow's 25th annual Moransky Company's Bass Classic and how that supports the United Way.
Well, actually the tournament goes back to the year 2000 when a couple people on the board of the United Way said, we have a lot of events, we have golf tournaments and what have you. Why don't we do something to bring in the outdoors people who are involved in activities here in the Mahoning Valley? And so that was the beginning of it. I got a chance to help organize the initial events and many of the others that have followed in the meantime. And the money basically comes from the entry fees and the sponsorship fees of all the people who participated. We're approaching $700,000 that we've raised in 25 years for United Way, so it's been very gratifying.
Okay, and wonderful. Well, thank you so much for telling us all the details, sharing more about fishing, and hopefully it all works out. I hope you reel a good one in.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations to the inductees, too. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.